All right. Tyson Fury's talking more junk than a little bit about everybody in the heavyweight division, saying he's not going to step aside for Deontay Wilder. Alexander Usyk, he can beat Alexander Usyk with one hand, and called up Anthony Joshua talking about knocking him out. Let's talk about, and he fat shamed Andy Ruiz. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel, subscribers. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe and hit the bell icon, and that way you can be notified of when we release more videos. Also, I want to say thank you so much to everybody that supports the channel in the Patreon and in the live streams that we do through just attending the live streams and also supporting the channel through the super chats and the Cash App. Let's get to this, man. Tyson Fury need to shut up. I don't know how many ways the same guy can be a hypocrite, but he's working on it, man, 100 miles an hour. First of all, he says that he's not going to step aside for for Deontay Wilder to fight the winner of Anthony Joshua, Andy Ruiz. As if he really has the ability to keep that fight from happening. We'll talk about that after I list the other things off. But the hypocritical thing is fat shaming Andy Ruiz. I could have sworn that I saw Tyson Fury. Every time I see Tyson Fury fight, every jab he lunges shakes his love handles. It's not like this dude is walking around looking like Lou Ferrigno or Arnold Schwarzenegger out there. The cat looks like a tall, flabby, shaped like a tall, flabby hot dog. Come on, man. This cat doesn't have a defined muscle in the cat's body other than his jaws that he exercises regularly by flapping them lips together. But the thing that gets me, man, he says, also Alexander Usyk. Of course, Alexander Usyk. He's not thinking about Alexander Usyk. He can beat Alexander Usyk with one hand tied behind his back. And my thought about that is, okay, fight him then. All of this smack that this dude is talking, and the only legitimate person that he's been in the ring with in the last 4 years is Deontay Wilder, and he got dang near put comatose in that fight. Sefi Safiri, Francisco Pineda, not sure what his name is. What's his name? Tom Schwartz, however you pronounce that, Tom Schwartz. And now Otto Wallen. There's nobody that Tyson Fury has insulted that has not fought better competition and had better wins than him than he has in the last 4 years. Andy Ruiz beat Anthony Joshua. That's a better win than Tyson Fury's had in 4 years. Deontay Wilder beat Luis Ortiz. That's a better win than Tyson Fury's had in the last 4 years. Alexander Usyk unified at 100 and at cruiserweight. Unification at that division is probably is something better than Tyson Fury has achieved in his entire career. The best things that Tyson Fury has on his resume are wins against Derek Chisora, a win against a old over the hill Vladimir Klitschko 4 years ago winning belts that he never defended, and then a draw against Deontay Wilder. I don't know I really am hoping at a certain point in time that people start actually holding Tyson Fury responsible for achieving something. It was when he first came out after Vladimir Klitschko, after his suspension for performance-enhancing drugs or mental health issues. I'm not sure which one it is because they were both brought up at the same time. He definitely had substance abuse problems. He also had a pop dirty for a performance-enhancing drug, and he said he had mental health issues. You know, that's a lot. You know, which one is it, man? Just give me 2 of them. Okay? Was it mental health issues? But the PEDs stay. The performance enhancing drugs, or did you have substance abuse problems, or did you have mental illness issues? Or are both of those the same thing? Because maybe the performance, the substance abuse and the mental health thing they are the same thing. But when are you gonna do something, Tyson? And looking at what he said about Deontay Wilder, saying he's not gonna step aside. You're not a mandatory, man. Now, somebody can educate me in this. I am asking this question. You're not a mandatory, right? It's not like the WBC said that Deontay Wilder has to fight Tyson Fury. They agreed that they're going to fight in the future, so they signed a contract. But my understanding of it is that there has to be some. You have to. How are you going to hold him to that agreement when there's not been any degree of performance on either side? One, Deontay Wilder, you have not paid Deontay Wilder any money. At this point in time, I don't think that you've really done anything in reliance on the guy's promise that would make a judge issue an injunction against him to prevent him from fighting for the unified heavyweight championship of the world if Andy Ruiz beats Anthony Joshua. I'm having a hard time thinking about on what grounds and how you're going to be able to enforce that. That seems to me to be like me and somebody else agree that next year, I agree with you that next year, you can fix my garage. You're going to fix my, you're going to mow my lawn next year. But before you actually show up to mow my lawn, I say, you know what? That's all right. I don't really want to go through with this. Don't worry about it. And you say, well, you promised me that you were going to let me mow your lawn. But so what did you buy any gas for the lawnmower? Right? What did you do in reliance of my promise to fight you? Right? And then if that's the case, I'm assuming that that's going to be significantly less than some step aside money that he might offer you. Because then they would have to say, because whenever you just because you have a contract, and we've talked about this in other videos, just because you have a signed agreement, you have to be able to enforce that agreement. You have to have some type of claim, breach of contract, anticipatory repudiation, like in the situation with Eddie Hearn and with Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz. You got to have a cause of action. What's the cause of action is going to be breach of contract, and then you're going to say what are your damages? What theory of damages what are you asking for? What's your theory of damages? And they're going to say restitution, reliance, expectation. What's it going to be? And I promise you that it's going to be less than whatever they would give is going to be less than what Deontay Wilder would be willing to pay him to step aside anyway. And I definitely don't think that they're going to be able to get an injunction to keep the guy from fighting. So to me, it seems like that's just some bumping of the lips by Tyson Fury and Bob Arum, because I reported that Bob Arum had said that before. Now, also, Deontay Wilder, I'll leave that alone. Let's move on to the second part of it. The calling Andy Ruiz fat and making fun of the dude for being fat. Come on, man. Grow up, Anthony Joshua. Grow up. Just grow up, Tyson Fury. The act is getting old. One thing that I like that Deontay Wilder said about him in the interview with 78, and if you've not checked out that interview with 78, what Deontay Wilder said was, I think, is 100% true. People aren't laughing with you, Tyson Fury. People are laughing at you. At a certain point in time, man, you're going to have to sit up and fight and actually win a big fight. And that has not happened for you in 4 years. And personally, I don't think he deserves a fight with Deontay Wilder. I think that what he said about Alexander Usyk, he should have to show and prove. Go beat Alexander Usyk with one hand behind your back. And guess what I choose? I choose your right hand. Tie your right hand behind your back. Fight Alexander Usyk with a left jab and beat him, and then I'll believe you. But definitely Tyson Fury, don't stand in the way of the unification of the heavyweight division. And that's the last guy that if there's a situation where the unification can happen between Deontay Wilder and Deontay Wilder and Andy Ruiz, Tyson Fury should be the last guy that is able to hold that fight up, man. Because right now, man, I was excited when he came back to boxing, because I think Tyson Fury is a very good fighter. But at this point in time, man, the act is getting old. The smack talking is getting old. You're about to fight Otto Wallen. Deontay Wilder's fighting Luis Ortiz. Anthony Joshua's fighting Andy Ruiz, and Andy Ruiz is fighting Anthony Joshua. Alexander Usyk is going up a weight division. You even have guys like the drug test fight about to happen with Joe Joyce and Jarrell Big Baby Miller. It seems like everybody is fighting a certain level of competition except for Tyson Fury. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Peace.